time for some stories.
How lucky you all are.
This is a Stories Minisode of Ghosts of Boyfriends Past. I'm Liz Best.
I'm Tom Harris. Hello, everybody.
And today we've had stories that have been written in by you, that we've found on the internet. We've had someone literally personally knock on Tom's door to tell him a story.
That's right.
That's what happened last time.
Now that COVID restrictions are finally easing up in the world, I'm having them all over. Come on in for a cup of tea.
As long as there's one per 2 square metres, we're good. We're good.
Yes.
So there's one story that's not really a story, but it's kind of a photo that was sent to me. Now, I can't find the photo anymore because that's the kind of disorganised person I am.
That's fine. I'm sure
but
by the time this episode goes up.
I would like to present you with the concept of an after-sex send-off bag.
An after-sex send-off bag. So is this a one... Okay. Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
All right. So is this just for one-night stands?
I guess so.
Like a one-off, hey, here we had sex, here's your goodie bag? Or
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So
for casual sex, okay.
So there's a photo that I found online at some point. Now, here it is. Someone hooked up with somebody, and then after they woke up and the person was already gone, there's a little bag and it literally says, "Thanks for your time, send-off bag." And it's got a packet of Doritos, some Lipton iced tea, $40.
40 quid?
A piece of bread and something in the back that I can't see. Check this out.
Looky.
So I'm kind of like...
I think that's a sandwich, Elizabeth Bress, not just a piece of bread.
Well, who knows?
Wow.
Like... I would be fine with a send-off bag except for the money.
The money, that was my first
point.
The money? Yeah.
Look,
here's 40 quid and a snack.
I don't mind when someone wants to give me money. But when they give me money after a sexual transaction... Well, producer Zane has a word or two he'd like to say about that.
If it's for a cab home, maybe.
Yeah, could it be for transportation?
Yeah.
Could they live in a really expensive city?
I feel like you need to make sure that is clear.
There's like 4 cab written on the notes.
Yes, here's for your Uber. That is a very good point. But and even then, I'd be like, well, if you're paying for sex, $40 is very cheap.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
want more.
Now, like most politicians can't accept gifts or bribes. Is this a gift or a bribe in terms of...
Depends on what kind of office you hold in this country.
But like, hey, you had sex with me. How about some Doritos and 40 quid and this happens again?
Do you know what? Like if somebody gave me a send-off bag, I honestly think that I'd kind of be like especially only if I originally thought it was just going to be a one-night stand. I'd be like, hey, thanks, buddy. High five. Let's move on with our days.
What would you want in your
I feel like it lacked a bit of chocolate. I feel like there needs to be some chocolate in there. Although that could be taken as romance, so who knows?
Yes, that's very
but
tricky.
Look, it's got a sandwich. An apple would have been nice. Need to have some fruit in there as
trail
well.
Mix.
A bit of trail mix.
Who
knows? Like a anyway.
Maybe a deodorant if you were
I feel
at
like
a
I would
stranger's
be
house.
very offended if someone gave me deodorant in a send-off bag, Thomas.
If you're randomly end up at someone's house with none of your stuff, like a little travel toothbrush and
that
toothpaste.
implies that they want you to come back.
Of course.
You're
yes.
inviting them back with.
Forgive me for having never fully explored the concept of a party bag.
Guys, what would you put in your send-off bag? If you were to do this, please write in on our social media or at ghostsofboyfriendspast@gmail.com. I want to know, have you ever gotten a send-off bag and what would you put in your ideal send-off bag?
Yes, and money, as long as it's
you clip
somewhere.
it to something that says this is for your transport home.
I don't know if you remember a while ago, Liz, we were talking about wanting more positive little stories, and that's
sometimes I think that.
Or did I just say
no,
and assume
it's
that?
true. It's sometimes nice to have the warm fuzzies.
Well, here you go then, because a few years ago, I flew to Rome for an archaeological dig. That's great. That's just amazing.
To start off with, I
Rome,
already want to be
archaeological
friends with
dig,
you.
full
That's
stop.
fascinating.
Great. And used my field kit as my second carry-on. Well, just my luck. After a 10-hour plane ride, I discovered the airline lost my luggage. After filing my report, I went to my hostel to have a shower and to take a long nap. After check-in, I asked the girl at the counter where to go to buy supplies and clothes, etc., explaining to her my experience with my luggage. When I got back from my shopping trip, I found out that my roommates had used my allotted towels. Anyway, I went back to the front desk to ask about getting some more towels, and just as the clerk was telling me they didn't have any more clean towels, the cutest guy I have ever seen tapped my shoulder, telling me that he had some I could borrow.
Aww.
He was visiting from Ireland, and he always brought his own towels while travelling. Apparently, he heard my story earlier and felt really bad for me and wished there was something he could do. So we went to his room together to get them, and along the way he invited me out for a drink to help improve my day. The best decision in my life was saying yes, because that, boys and girls, is how I met my husband. Irish man in Rome, husband eventually. Not bad. Not bad.
That's really nice.
Although the chances of I don't know what it is about the Irish and us Australians, the chances of meeting an Irish person or an Aussie while you're travelling abroad is incredibly high. I don't know what it is, but you go to Timbuktu and the first thing you'll hear is, g'day, mate. I don't know what it is about our people. We travel like the proverbial plague.
Look, I don't get it because I think our accent's rubbish, but everyone seems to love the Aussie accent.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't get it. Although when I go overseas, I'm almost always mistaken for being British. I don't sound British, but because I don't sound super
because you don't sound like an Australian, they assume you're English.
I was trying to find the story while you were saying that. That reminded me of a story that I read this week about a girl who was selling her bed on like Gumtree or something like that, and she ended up chatting to the guy who bought the bed, and now they're together and having a baby.
Whoa.
Like from him coming to buy her old bed. I couldn't find the story because I wanted to read their cute quotes, but it was a really cute story.
Amazing. Maybe in the future we can bring that back to Ghosts of Boyfriends Past.
I know. So, okay, I've also got a couple of absurd breakup stories for you. Good. These ones have been compiled from Reddit. So, absurd reasons why people have broken up.
We're going to give our readers whiplash with the cute story and then absurd breakup story and then cute again.
This is what we're about.
Got to keep them on their toes. Come on, readers.
You never know
Dance
what's
around the room.
happening. Okay, so my ex's cat was called Ben, and the girl who I was dating had a cat named Bundles. One day, I called Bundles Ben, and she asked me what I had just called her cat. I thought about it, and then I remembered that it was my ex's cat's name, and I laughed, and I told her, but she was very unimpressed, and she broke up with me the next day for calling her cat the wrong name.
Good, fine. You don't want to be involved with that person who thinks their cat is the most amazing thing on the planet outside of, including human beings. That's fine. But so defensive about your cat's name?
Honestly,
your cat doesn't even know its own name.
And if it does, it deliberately doesn't answer it to it because it's a jerk.
That's right. Oh, my Lord. Wow. Can you hit us again with an abrupt one? These are fun.
Yes. I bought my girlfriend one of the World of Warcraft expansion packs for her birthday. She started playing again, got really into it, and I hardly saw her. She'd play all night and would come to bed just as I was waking up. She'd started playing with her ex, and it apparently rekindled their feelings for each other because she dumped me and got back together with him.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Lovely of you to facilitate that. Yes. Good on you, matchmaker.
I sound horrible for laughing, but it is funny. Forgive me a little bit, please, dear readers. Back to a sweet one, I believe.
Oh, fine. That's how this episode's going to go.
My husband and I lived in the same college dorm when we met. 3 months into the semester, while doing his laundry, he realized he was 75 cents short and unable to finish drying the last of his clothes. He walked around the nearby lobby, checking to see if anyone may have any change. I was sitting at a table with friends and happened to have my wallet with me. I looked inside and there were 3 single quarters, writing from America. Mm-hmm. Nothing more, nothing less, the exact amount. I let him have my quarters and we exchanged names. 4 years later, we were exchanging vows. Not a bad deal.
Oh.
75 cents for the love of my life. Wait, did he ever pay me back? Cheeky reader. But yeah, 75 cents, the exact amount.
I would pay that. I would pay that for the love of my life, for sure.
You have to believe in fate, right? 75 cents. I've got that. Exactly.
I was just trying to think of different, like obviously none of them have ended up happily ever after, but I was trying to think of some happy meet cutes that I've had. And one of them that I had was that when I was, I had just broken up with someone, so I was feeling very sad and sorry for myself. And I never ever do this, but I was going to see, or I do this part, but I never do what I did next. I was going to see a movie. And I went in, and the ticket taker, like, you know, when they used to rip your tickets in half, and he was just really fucking cute, right? He was just really cute.
Damn, these cute.
And so I went into the cinema and I sat down and I was just like, bugger it. So I ran back out again, wrote my name on the back of the ticket, shoved it in his hand and ran back in because I was too nervous about what to say. And he did end up calling me, and it turned out he was a good 8 years younger than me, but he didn't care and I didn't care and it was great. He was in his 20s. It was fine.
Well done.
He was a beautiful man, that
Curse him.
young
Curse
one.
him. Curse him.
Yeah, I should have known working at a cinema, but I just thought, no, bugger it, you're
No,
hot.
yeah, you need it. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the only reason he wanted a second date, and I was like, I feel like the age thing is going to be an issue because, you know, little did I know that I wasn't going to be settling down, which is the reason why I broke up with him in the first place, because I wanted to get ready to settle down.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
But yeah. Have you got any more sweet ones?
I do. I don't know about sweet. I can't remember, so I'm just going to read it out loud.
Okay, just read it out. It's a
away
surprise
and just see what
packet.
happens.
Mystery bag.
It was the early noughties, so 20-odd years ago. And
Stop it. Get out.
All
I
right.
hate you.
Sorry.
You're fired.
Goodbye, everyone. That's
Yep.
me gone.
He's taking his earphones off.
Goodbye.
He's fired. Don't you dare tell me how long ago the early 2000s were again.
My bad. It was some time ago, and I was a blogger like all 20-something women.
Yeah.
I had a fairly popular / humorous blog about dating in my hometown. The local paper did a full article on me with a big photo. Later that day, I got an email from some radio DJ inviting me on his show for an interview. I didn't listen to that station, and I had no idea who he was, but my mum said, "Go for it, it could be fun." As mums do, you know that
As mums always
mum
do.
energy. I met him the following week for the on-air interview. We were engaged 8 months later and will be married 10 years in October and have 3 children. I would have missed out on my whole life if I skipped that interview.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a bit cute.
See, mums know. They just, yeah, come on. It'll be good for you, love.
I also do know of I know of 2 people this has happened to, strangely enough, but one of my friends used to be a relationship columnist, and she was always slagging off how shit men were, and someone wrote in at one point and was like, "Hey, I'd like the opportunity to take you to coffee to show you that men are not garbage," and she was like, "I feel like they are, but prove me wrong," and they had 2 babies. Not on the date. Not on
Not on
like, you know,
separate, you know,
that's not possible.
time
But yeah,
happens,
they've had
yes.
2 kids, and I'm like, I've been writing about
I've
how
been slagging
shit.
off men.
I've been slagging off people for decades. No.
So, readers, anyone
If
that
you want to prove me wrong,
and
write in.
mayhaps a little date on the side, write
hey,
in.
honestly, if someone really does want to prove to me that there are nice guys out there and that you are in my age range, because I seem to be getting propositioned by a lot of people in their late 50s, early 60s, and I
She's
think
not
that's
that old.
nowhere
sorry,
near
sorry,
there
boys. Sorry,
at the moment. But yeah, if you want to prove me wrong, bring it on. Tom's like, I don't know what to do with
no,
that.
I just like that the challenge. It's
Yeah,
nearly a
bring it
challenge.
on.
It's nearly a yeah. Let's see what you got.
I want to appeal
wanna
to
d-
somebody's. Okay, fine, I
Yeah.
will.
Yeah,
I
I'll take
will
you.
show you.
I'll take the shit out of
date
you.
the crap out of you.
Prepare to get
Okay.
dated.
If you want to write in a story, you can go to ghostsofboyfriendspast@gmail.com, or you can catch us, I don't know, on all the social medias. And what else?
That's right. Quickly, I wanted to plug something because I keep forgetting that I
Tom's
do
allowed
things.
to plug stuff.
But it's on the That's Not Canon platform, so it's keeping it in house.
Yeah.
Readers at home that have kids, I lend my voice to an audiobook version of the Mysteries of Corkuparipple Creek, it's quite the mouthful. The Mysteries of Corkuparipple Creek. Susan Pearce, a Australian author, wrote a bunch of children's books. We over here at That's Not Canon, we turn them into audiobooks for your wee ones at home. So I'm not going to tell you what voices I do. That's for you to find out. So if you have kids and you need to whack some headphones on them to keep them quiet for a bit, The Mysteries of Corkuparipple Creek.
Yes.
I got to go have a lie down from manipulating my jaw to say that. The Mysteries of Corkuparipple.
Yeah, and if you think you figured out which characters Tom's voice is, write in and tell us. It could be a new game.
So there you go. Otherwise, please rate, review, share the show as always. We're zipping up and down charts all the time, and your input helps us achieve that.
Yes.
Write in, give us your stories, give us your feedback. Otherwise, stay safe and keep dating.
I mean, yeah. No.
For us.
I don't want to
For
date.
our benefit.
Okay, fine.
La la la.